I finally found an Alpine fifth wheel. And when I lived on the East Coast, I was never really able to find these because they were either pre-sold or they just didn't carry them or stock them enough. But I'm here at Parris RV in Murray, Utah, and they have one. This is the 3910 RK. And the RK stands for kitchen. And we're going to do a walk around on this fifth wheel because this is one you absolutely have to put on your list. Let's get into it. Walking out back to the kitchen, you can see you have a door back here. So in the event that whoever's cooking is burning something, the good news is you can open this door and let it air out. Now they also have this door here because if this slide is in, you can't get back to your kitchen. So you still have the option if you're traveling and you don't want to stop at a campground and you don't want to pull the slides out, you still can enter into your kitchen, make some food, do whatever you need to do, and then walk in through the other side over here to use the bathroom and go to sleep. But tons of countertop space. That's what I love about these rear kitchens. You get so much countertop space and they really utilize the space well. This is a wide body fifth wheel, so they didn't really need to put a slide back here, and that's a good thing because obviously that cuts down on things that go wrong. 18 cubic foot refrigerator. This is a gas electric. You can get a residential one. Here's my personal opinion. This has the 400i solar. So me personally, I would just go ahead and get the residential. But this is a huge, and I think they're the same size, so you don't lose size by getting the standard one. A lot of storage, as you can see. And I always recommend putting a fan on the back of those fins. I will put it at the end of this video here, or actually I'll put it in my description, I should say, if you would like to buy one of those. Wine rack above. And I like how they give you accent lights in this area too. And notice how on the roof, since we're already pointing up, there's AC here. Now this one has a heat pump, 15K. And then they have an optional AC for this area. And then of course you have a 15K in the bedroom. If you live in hotter climates, like on the East Coast, or even if you live on the West Coast, like I'm in Utah, it gets hot here. 3 AC units will keep this rig cool, especially if you have that guy on the roof. You have that on with all 3 ACs, you're gonna be able to stay nice and comfortable in here. Let's talk about this pantry. One thing I do not have that I wish I did in my fifth wheel is an actual pantry. This is huge. And you have storage on the floor, so if you want to put heavy items down there, you can. But look at how much space you have inside of here. And they do put a light. It is a centered light. It's kind of high up there, but once you turn it on one time, it's on forever. So it's on that sensor. And then off to the side of this, you have, again, countertop space. If you want to put your coffee pot back there, go ahead and do it. You do have the Insignia 4-burner cooktop. This is basically residential. And the drawers are pretty big inside this fifth wheel. Now, one thing I would like to see them do is maybe add some supports on these drawers. But apart from that, it's fine. So check it out. You want to cook a big old turkey for Thanksgiving? Have at it. Insignia microwave, and this is going to be convection. Yeah, there's a lot of places to put your stuff. Large kitchen. I'm not a huge fan of the divider, but because of this area here, this is huge for like washing big pots and pans, so this doesn't bother me too much. And just one last look at the kitchen here. Love how open that is. Really great design. But you do have 2 couches on each side. And you do have a recliner right here, and that is powered too. Your dinette is on the side. I prefer this over booths because I think it really does give that residential touch. And I like how the chairs are a different color from the rest of the rig too. It adds a nice accent. And look above there, your lights. And this is a super tall slide, as I mentioned earlier. And normally when you get this level of RV, they normally give you the shades and the room darkening too, which really do come in handy on those hot days. Now let's check out this entertainment system. Large fireplace down below. Love this accent wall too. It looks great. Large TV, and they do have a Jensen sound system with speakers on both sides. And if you notice, the lights have been on because this does have a solar system, and that's something I do like about Keystone. They're adding solar. Well, really most RVs are doing it now, but they're doing it and taking it to another level because they give you levels of solar that you want, and you can build upon even the entry level ones too. One thing I like about this bathroom is the tall ceilings, and they do give you like a Max-Air fantastic fan too. Sorry about the lights too. I guess the inverter's probably still pulling some power, so unfortunately the lights are kind of going in and out. This would be your washer and dryer area too, or you could just use it for additional storage. And under the counter sink and decent storage in here. You do have inverted power outlets too. This is how you would work that vent fan. And let's go ahead and show you what I absolutely love on every RV. This is what I want on every RV, no exceptions. Great display, shows you your tanks, shows you your generator. You can even work your pin box up front by using this. And you can turn the lights on and off in here too. I mean, this is just a really good setup. You can see those accent lights above, as I mentioned. And let's go ahead and walk into the master bedroom. We're gonna keep calling it master bedroom because that's what it is. Check out the king bed. You have power outlets on the side right here, and then even below the slide there too. I don't know if you saw it. And they have little sconces above there. Now these Coleman mocks are using like a residential design for the filters. They do provide the TV through Jensen, and check out your dresser. It's like 30 degrees outside, so I don't like opening these dressers because the handles are super cold. Love that they give you a seat here with storage below it. And if that's not enough storage, guess what? Here you go. Pocket door for the bedroom here. And also you have two barn style doors, I guess that's what you would call these, to go into your front bathroom. Wow, that is pretty cool. Now they don't have a door for the toilet, which is fine. I guess you just close these doors if you gotta do your business, but you do have a other half bath above, as you saw. Under the counter sinks again in here. Nice little area if you want to sit down and do your makeup or something like that. Yeah, I mean, not saying I do makeup. I mean, I'm just saying for women who do makeup. And one-piece shower, which is no surprise at this price level. And this is basically a walk-in closet. They do provide lights in here. And you don't have to put the washer and dryer on the front, which is a good thing too. But yeah, this is a great floor plan. Great floor plan. And this fifth wheel seems bigger than it actually is, but it's not that big. I mean, this is a great couples trailer, and I would think that you can easily live full time with something like this. But let's go ahead and take a look on the outside, and I'm going to show you guys what truck I would choose for this fifth wheel. So here's the front cap design for the Alpine, and as I mentioned, it's going to be a 100-inch wide body. Road armor is the pin box that they're using with a pivoting head. And let's check out this storage area. This is most likely going to be for the generator, so you can add one to this area. And off to the side, this is going to be for your hydraulic. And they also put your inverter in here and some of your solar prep too. Well, they do give you one large awning with outdoor speakers. And here is where your batteries will go. Right here. This is going to be for a solar plug. And check this out. I did review this a little earlier, but this is really cool. Outside entertainment, and if you would like, you can cook all your stinky foods out here and not have to stink up your RV. Or if it's really hot inside, you can cook out here and not increase the temperatures inside the RV. Love that they give it to you here, and you can watch TV while you work. Check out, this door is actually pretty thick too, and because this has a drop frame, you have a tall storage area. Your end command system's right there, and then if you do need to tie things down in here, they provide anchors for inside this area. There's power above, and I don't see lights, but they're probably using a LED strip or something like that I can't see right now. Yep, there it is. Lights are right here. And then here's the top floor. I'm going to put this on. Hold on one second. Alrighty, so here is the back of your furnace. They do provide a power plug out here. And if you would like to have a blind spot monitoring for the trailer, you can set up cameras right there. Lippert solid step, very wide steps for this too. And here's the entry door. It's about average size. And then, as I mentioned, you do have 6-point auto leveling. They are using high spec tires. I'll show it to you on the other side, but this is gonna be a rack and pinion slide out. And it also has another awning on this side. These awnings do come in handy on those hot days. And I love these frameless windows too. More and more RVs are starting to do that. But Alpine, I think, has always offered something similar to this. And then here's the second entry. And they are using aluminum steps for this. And here's the back of the rig. You can tow a small trailer, 3,000 pounds, 300 hitch weight. This is gonna be the back of the refrigerator. And it is prepped for a camera too. You still have that ladder on the rear. And this is probably gonna be for your power cord reel. And this is how you retract it. And then here's where you're gonna dump for the kitchen. So there's one valve back here for this area. And then here's a better look at these tires. I would recommend going ahead and upgrading these. These are going to be a ST235 80/16, so 16-inch wheel, nitrogen filled tires, and the capacity's right here, 4,080 pounds per, and it's 110 psi. It's a G-rated tire, so I mean, it's an overrated tire, which is good. And then another rack and pinion slide. And then this is going to have a tankless water heater. And here's the other area you're going to dump from too. Sewer hose storage right there. And I believe there's some valves. Yep, their valves are right there under the rig. This is assisted too, which does come in handy. But here's your wet bay. It's forward of your basement area, which I don't normally see, but your low point drains are in here, and there's no valves in this area, which is really nice. And this is most likely going to be for propane, 30 pounds. And here is your auto leveling system, so you do have good line of sight if you are hooking up. And let's take a look at the numbers. So this does have an unloaded vehicle weight of 14,000 pounds. So this is pretty heavy. Gross vehicle weight rating 16.5. And your gross axle, you're gonna have 7,000 pounds per axle, so 14,000 pounds. And here's your all-in cargo carrying capacity. So you can put just over 2,400 pounds of stuff inside this RV. But let's go ahead and look at the truck that I would choose for this fifth wheel. This will give you an idea of some of the payload numbers and towing numbers. Before I show you guys the truck in the spreadsheet, I wanted to give you guys a basis point of the hitch weight. Now, typically front BAVs do have heavy pin weights, and just take a look at some of the specifications on this Alpine. They're saying that the dry hitch weight is going to be 2,780 pounds. And what I normally do is I divide it into the dry shipping weight. and that's going to give us 20%. So I like to add 2% because obviously all your gear, things like that. And this does have the availability with the Cummins '09 generator, liquid propane. So figure another percent for that. That should be safe. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the truck. Here it is. This is a single cab Ram 3500 dually. Doesn't get any better than this. And this thing has a ton of options. I did a review on it. Be sure to go check it out so that way you have an idea of some of the features on it. But let's go ahead and take a look at the window sticker. This is probably the most expensive single cab you've ever seen in your life. It's just under $80,000. And keep in mind, this was a 2021. And then here's the axle weight ratings, 9,750 and a 14,000 pound GVWR with an all-in payload capacity of 5,598 pounds. Here's the spreadsheet. I do have all the numbers in for the Ram and for the Keystone Alpine. Now, because this is a couples trailer, I figured a husband's going to be 200 pounds, wife's going to be 135 pounds. And figure cargo, I'm saying about 500 pounds. So let me show you something really quickly. So if you look at this hitch, this is a Kurt fifth wheel hitch. It weighs about 186 pounds. And so I just figured in this case, most people like to use fifth wheel hitches still. I don't. And then here's how I got some of the numbers for the single cab Ram. There is an option for a 410 to give you more towing capacity. And that's going to be right here. So 373 and 410. So you'd lose a little bit of towing capacity, but not much. And then this is where the gross combined weight rating is. So that's pretty much how I got the numbers there. When you take off this passenger and cargo weight, you take this off of your payload, it's going to give you 4,763 pounds available for towing a trailer. Now, as you guys can see up here, no one goes camping without weight. So we're going to use 22% as I mentioned. And that's going to give you 3,524 pounds. And all in all, you still have more than enough capacity. So this is the perfect truck to use. Any type of dually will probably do for this. As long as you have at least 4,800 pounds. There are some single rear wheels that you might be able to use, but you're going to have to probably skip a lot of options. It's going to have to be a base truck. I would almost say skip four-wheel drive because you're going to need at least 4,500 pounds. And you could go with the lighter fifth wheel hitch. You can go with a Reese Goose box, which is basically a gooseneck pin box for your fifth wheel. And that should give you a little bit of extra capacity too. But I think this is a pretty cool truck to use for this type of setup. And I think it will look great going on the road with this fifth wheel. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure your bell notifications on, and I'll see you in the next video.